Hey, what's up, Abundant Life? It's Dr. Z. And today I'm going to talk about just going over more of that research. Remember, we talked about last week, where I tend to find Abundant Life, we're always about positive, reaching optimal potential, living the life. I always try to keep it positive, somewhat to distract you from continuing always thinking negative about the current situation, what's going on. So we want to get you in that good thought. But also, I realize that we also have to talk about what is and what's going on so we don't lose urgency of what's happening in the body or what we're trying to correct, right? So this is why I'm going to go over some research. So this stuff pertains to you and your friends and your family if there's damage in the spine. So continuing on the research, and this is all research. I love when some people come in and they don't get care and they're like, well, I'm going to go home and do my research. I want to be like, do you think there's anybody else who has more research than me? I got it. So I'm going to talk about the cervical curve. So in the curve of your neck, you need a 40, we talked about last week, studies show a 42.5 degree curve or a 43 degree curve, right? So let's talk about it. The atlas, which is that Superman bone right here, that first bone has to be up 31 degrees. That's a have to be, all right? Because when that atlas is dropped in any way, shape, or form, it crushes your brainstem, and that's the conductor of all the organs and timing and hormone release and focus control and all the, what we call autonomic, or don't have to think about things going on, right? Digesting food, releasing hormones, heart beating, lungs breathing. So this study said the atlas, which is the first bone in the neck, you know why it's the atlas, right? In Greek mythology, Atlas was the statue of holding the world on his shoulders. Well, that's the atlas, it's holding your head on your shoulders. Or head, it's holding the head, right? So the atlas, which is the first bone, inversion. So when that atlas goes from 31 to 30 to 29 to 28. So it says inversion or loss of the proper positioning between the atlas, which is the first bone of your neck, and the occiput, which is your skull, was found, you ready? In all 50 cases of SIDS studies in 1991. SIDS is sudden infant death syndrome. When babies just suddenly died, all 50 of them had damage on the brainstem. This was in 1991, and 10 out of the 11 cases, so that was out of 50 kids who died suddenly, all 50, 100% had pressure on the brainstem from that one atlas bone. And then they did another study, 10 out of 11 cases, there was damage, and that's two main studies. So just right there, how many of these kids out there, or adults, especially the kids, have never gotten their atlas checked, have never gotten their spine checked? Their parents have never seen a picture of their spine. And here they're playing video games, and here, they were C-section or forceps, even an all natural delivery. Then you have the heavy backpacks, all the things that's happening, it's never been checked. So as a child's developing, they are literally, if there's pressure on their brainstem, they are damaged and incomplete of living their full life potential and development. Because, see, as an adult, if it happens as an adult, you're kind of developed. But as a kid, if there's pressure on their brainstem, they are not actually going to develop and function the way they were worthy and created to live. So it's so crucial. So if you have friends, just get all the kids in your family, get them checked out. Your coworkers' kids get checked out. And then we'll also check out the family as well. So please let them know. You can invite them to a dinner. That's two big studies. Isn't that crazy? All 50 cases of sudden infant death syndrome that they checked out. And there was pressure, inversion, or flattening of that first bone. Amazing. We'll do one more. I got tons of these, but it's good to know that one. Increased thoracic hump. So when you have the big hump on the back of your neck, or you hunched over like that, or the loss of the curve of the neck, you start to lose the curve of the neck. It goes lower than 43. Let's see what that study says. Research shows that a loss or increase in spinal curvatures it increases mortality or death, speeds up death, and takes up to 15 years off your life. Two big medical studies. So again, pressure on that brainstem, that first bone, or the loss of the neck, it's not an aesthetic thing. It's not that it looks funny and weird. It literally takes 15 years off your life. It kills you quicker. It comes down to that. We don't like to use the word kill. We don't like to use the word death. I get it, because it's so dramatic, but it's the truth. Right? And then the friends and the family. So when I talk and people sit in front of me, here's the deal, whether they believe what I said or not, whether they believe the research that I am actually speaking from medical research, whether they believe it or not, their belief has no impression on the disease process. The disease process does not care if someone believes this research, or if they believe it's not going to happen to them, or if they believe the time is not now to fix it, or they believe they could fix it later on. Like, disease doesn't care about that. So when we have medical research pinpointing 15 years of death off your life, or that pressure on that brainstem, which is the conductor of that symphony of the body, any of that is going to cause destruction of the body. So this is why if you lost the curve of the neck, if you have pressure on the brainstem and you know your numbers, make sure you make your adjustments, especially during the holiday. Well, we're here to fix it. I know you're like, oh, because all of a sudden, see, when you first started care, you had urgency, meaning that you saw your x-rays and you said, I'm going to invest money and invest my time to correct these problems so I could live the longest, greatest possible abundant life I'm supposed to have, and so my body could heal. But after a while, when you're here, right, we get familiar. It's like it becomes part of the routine. So it becomes, well, I'm spending time or spending money. No. You don't spend time or money here. You're here to save your life, okay? And it's my job. That's the reason why I came back, because I know when I give you the good adjustment, and then when you do your rehab at home, you are saving your life. You're adding days, 15 years to your life. Not only is it years, it's quality of years as well. So right now, make sure this kind of gives the urgency. Hey, I need to make sure I'm doing my home rehab, do the best you can. The roll's easy. Put it back, lay over it, go to sleep. And make sure you do not miss an adjustment. If you are missing adjustments, next time you come in, go through twice. Yes, you could come through twice. Did you know that? So let's say it's a holiday season. You're like, crap, I got to go see Dr. Z 3 times this week. You know what? Come in twice, and one of those times come through twice. You might be a little stiff or sore, but hey, it's worth it. At least you got your 3 times in. And also, you see the urgency. You know truth. You know truth that people don't know. So either invite your friends and family or coworkers to dinner. A dinner's coming up. Just ask the front desk. We do 2 a month. Or just bring them right in. Just bring them right into the office. We'll take their pictures. If you're a patient, especially a VIP, what's the exam? It's like, I consider it a couple bucks. So it's a no-brainer. Bring them in. So this is where, I'm encouraging with research and with proof and with testimonies to go out and help change and save the people that are around us. And what they do with their health is their decision, but it's my job and it's our job to tell them the truth so they can live the life they were created to live. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. Remember this weekend, Friday and Saturday, Dr. Claudia is adjusting. Thank you so much for your emails and appreciating her. So make sure you appreciate and love on her. I'm going home to see my crew in Utah, and then I'll be back Monday. All right, so have a happy weekend. I'll see you in the office before then. Talk to you soon.